This is BRICS Global Television Network's Daily Roundup. We begin with the headlines. Russian President Vladimir Putin has dismissed claims of plans to attack NATO as absurd. South Africa's African National Congress Party continues talks with other parties looking to form a national government of unity. Qatar has sealed a 27-year gas supply agreement with Taiwan's Chinese Petroleum Corporation, securing the supply of 4 million tons of gas annually. And a Russian blogger is sentenced to more than 5 years in prison for streaming witness testimonies regarding alleged Russian atrocities in Ukraine. Hello, I'm Juliet Newell. We begin in Russia, where President Vladimir Putin's reassured foreign news outlets in St. Petersburg that Russia does not have imperial ambitions, dismissing claims of plans to attack NATO as absurd. Putin unequivocally stated that there are no such ambitions, dismissing any suggestions as baseless. He emphasized the importance of not portraying Russia as an adversary, cautioning against self-inflicted harm through such mischaracterizations. Addressing accusations of potential aggression towards NATO, Putin dismissed them as nonsensical and illogical. He criticized the notion as being unfounded and urged against believing such claims. Putin's remarks come amidst heightened tensions following Russia's military actions in Ukraine, which Russia contends were defensive measures against perceived Western threats. Additionally, Russia's annexation of certain Ukrainian regions has stirred further controversy, with Russian officials citing historical ties to justify these actions. South Africa's governing party, the African National Congress, says it's looking to form a national unity government following its failure to secure a clear majority in the recent general elections. President Cyril Ramaphosa's ANC only attained 159 seats in the 400-seat National Assembly, marking its lowest electoral performance. ANC spokesperson Mahlengi Bengu-Mutsiri.
We have been meeting with all parties that are keen to contribute ideas on how we can collectively move our country forward to form a government that ensures national unity and stability in a country that continues the transformation of South Africa and safeguards our constitutional democracy.
Bengu-Mutsiri says the ANC has been in talks with other parties across the spectrum to collectively steer the nation forward, mentioning the Democratic Alliance, Economic Freedom Fighters and the Inkatha Freedom Party among those consulted.
The ANC has repeatedly reached out to the MK party for an engagement meeting with no positive response. Our door remains open as we continue to reach out to every party that is keen to contribute positively to moving our country forward.
While discussions continue, Bengu-Mutsiri has acknowledged ongoing negotiations to determine the composition of the broad-based government. Despite electoral setbacks, the ANC aims to retain Ramaphosa's leadership post-election, following a top leadership meeting to strategize post-election, where they secured only 40% of the vote, a significant decline from 2019's 57.5%. Brazil's President Lula da Silva's urged Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro to permit a significant presence of international observers in the forthcoming presidential elections. This plea follows Venezuela's recent withdrawal of an invitation to European Union observers, citing alleged interventionist actions due to EU sanctions against Caracas. In a conversation between the two leaders, Lula reaffirmed Brazil's support for the Barbados Agreement and emphasized the necessity of extensive international observation. The Barbados Agreement, reached last year, aims to ensure a fair electoral process with international oversight. However, recent actions by Maduro's government, including the barring of opposition figures and political repression, have raised concerns. Lula expressed optimism for the removal of international sanctions on Venezuela to facilitate a trustworthy electoral environment. Additionally, discussions between the leaders covered bilateral relations and Brazilian investment projects, with a focus on collaborative efforts to protect the Yanomami indigenous people along the border. Russian blogger Anna Bajutova has been sentenced to over 5 years in jail by a Moscow court for streaming witness testimonies regarding alleged Russian atrocities in Bucha in Ukraine. The 30-year-old defendant expressed disgust and disbelief at the ruling, calling it messed up. The court found her guilty of disseminating fake information about abuses by the Russian army in Ukraine through her Yokobovich channel live streaming service Twitch. Since Russia's military campaign in Ukraine began in February 2022, there's been a notable increase in crackdowns on dissent. Bajutova's lawyer, Andrei Nevrev, intends to appeal what he calls the harsh sentence. The case revolves around a live broadcast in April 2022, where witness statements from Bucha residents directly accused the Russian military of killings. Bajutova's subsequent actions led to police confiscating her audiovisual equipment and blocking her Twitch channel. Moscow's implemented strict measures against criticism of the military, resulting in severe punishment for dissent across various platforms. Russian President Vladimir Putin denounced the recent business fraud charges against former US President Donald Trump as politically driven during a meeting in St. Petersburg on Wednesday. He asserted that Trump's conviction on 34 felony charges last week tarnished the perception of Washington as a leading democracy. Putin characterized the prosecution of Trump as a manipulation of the judicial system within an internal political struggle, undermining the United States' purported leadership in democracy. Regarding the impact of a Trump or Joe Biden victory on US-Russia relations, Putin stated, by and large, there's no difference. Trump, who faces an upcoming election in November, has expressed admiration for Putin, while outlining plans to swiftly resolve the Ukraine conflict if re-elected. However, his proposals met skepticism and concerns from Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Coming up, BRICS Plus Business News.
Only on BGTN.
I have no idea who this guy is. Absolutely no idea. He's not me. I am Ray White. This guy, is a deep fake.
So, as you can see, the BRICS nations have done very well with space exploration, boldly going where no man has gone before. Gosh, it's lovely being in space, isn't it?
Catch me, Ray White, on Building Business One Brick at a Time, your BGTN business show that'll keep you in the know about what's happening in the world of business across BRICS, right here on BGTN.
Coming soon on BRICS Global Television.
I remember being in the stadium, going into the stadium, and then there were kids outside asking for our autograph and things like that. And they really believed that we were these superhuman characters that were just used the wheelchair to get around, hidden superpowers kind of thing. And the stadium in London was sold out every single day. I mean, for that, it I think was both for the athlete and for people around the world said, you know, this is actually something worth watching. This is something, you know, that's worthwhile. We can take note of it.
Hi, I'm Ava. I think you should watch BGTN TV because it's the best. I'm glad you didn't knock that over. I'm Ava. I think... No. Hi. It's the best. Because it's the best. Because it's the best. Because it's the best.
How do you argue with that? BRICS Global Television. It is the best.
Qatar has sealed a 27-year gas supply agreement with Taiwan's Chinese Petroleum Corporation, CPC. The deal secures the supply of 4 million tons of gas annually from Qatar to CPC, with the cost undisclosed. Energy Minister Saad Al-Kaabi, also CEO of Qatar Energy, has expressed eagerness to strengthen ties with CPC, emphasizing Qatar's steadfast commitment to global partners. Qatar ranks among the world's leading liquefied natural gas producers, catering primarily to Asian markets like China, Japan and South Korea. The agreement signed in Doha includes CPC's partnership in Qatar's North Field East project, a pivotal segment of Qatar's expansive North Field expansion initiative, housing the world's largest natural gas reserves. CPC Chairman Shun Chin Lee has highlighted Qatar Energy's pivotal role in Taiwan's gas market and anticipates strengthened bilateral ties through the equity acquisition in the Northeast project. Qatar's strategic plans include expanding output from the North Field project to 142 million tonnes per year before 2030, accompanied by recent LNG agreements with global entities like Total, Shell, Petronet, Sinopec and Eni. Swedish companies including Ericsson and Volvo are under scrutiny for potential violations of EU sanctions on Russia, as disclosed by Sweden's Foreign Ministry. The European Commission suspects these firms, alongside others like Atlas Copco, Sandvik, SKF and Axis, of exporting goods to Russia despite the sanctions imposed in response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine in 2022. The ministry stressed the gravity of the situation with these companies based on the EU's Commission's information. Swedish authorities responsible for ensuring compliance with EU sanctions, including the Customs Service, the Board of Trade and the Inspectorate for Strategic Products, have also been alerted. The Commission's highlighted potential circumvention of sanctions through third countries, prompting further investigation by Swedish authorities. Ericsson, in response, vehemently denies any wrongdoing, emphasizing its adherence to sanctions, regulations and cessation of trade activities with Russia since the invasion with Ukraine. Up next, BRICS Plus Sports with Yolanda Pondo.
Coming soon on BRICS Global Television.
This blind kid arrives. I get emotional. And he's special needs and he's blind. And they can't talk to him. So I grab him and I put him on the boxing bag and I put the gloves on and I illustrate to him, hit the bag. And just to see this child learn in 1 minute how to let his aggression go, and he loved it. And he was squealing because obviously he was mentally challenged and things like that. Just to see that, sure, was incredible.
Well, here we have it. Time to turn things around. You caught the taxi and watched the money drain out of your account. Now we're going to pay you if you are lucky enough to catch our taxi. Small problem. You've got to know a few things about BRICS. No, not the stuff you build your house with. Welcome to the BRICS on Wheels show.
For many, dance in Africa is a rich cultural expression, serving various purposes like entertainment and religious rituals. However, over thousands of years, dance in Africa has been used as a secret way to communicate, sometimes during birth and death, frequently to each other, and at times directly to the gods.
Hello, I'm Yolanda Pondo with your BRICS Plus sports updates. Russian tennis sensation Mira Andreeva has stunned Aryna Sabalenka to become the youngest Grand Slam semi-finalist in 27 years at the French Open in Paris. Aged 17 and 29 days, Andreeva overcame the Australian Open champion Sabalenka in 3 sets, setting up a clash with Italy's Jasmine Paolini. Andreeva's victory marks a milestone in her burgeoning career as she becomes the youngest woman to reach a Grand Slam semi-final since Martina Hingis in 1997. Sabalenka, hampered by illness, struggled as Andreeva capitalized on her opportunity with composure. Meanwhile, Paolini secured her spot in the semi-finals with a surprise win over former Wimbledon champion Elena Rybakina. Paolini's success adds to Italy's impressive tennis week, with Yannick Sinner also advancing to the semi-finals in the men's draw. The women's semi-finals also feature tournament favourite Iga Swiatek against US Open champion Coco Gauff, promising thrilling matches ahead. Ethiopian distance runner Seleman Bariga is eyeing a consecutive Olympic gold at the Paris Games, but he acknowledges stiff competition from compatriots and Ugandan contenders. After clinching the 10,000 meters title at the 2021 Tokyo Olympics, the 24-year-old aims for a repeat success. Expressing determination, Bariga stated, "A man makes plans, but the final answer comes from God. I'm aiming to win a gold medal and replicate my success from the Tokyo Olympics." In Tokyo, he outpaced Cheptegei, the world record holder, and Kiplimo to secure victory. Despite winning bronze in Budapest last August, Bariga asserts his readiness for the Olympics, maintaining focus by avoiding other competitions. He notes the evolving landscape of long-distance running, with European and American athletes posing formidable challenges alongside Africans. Ethiopia's Olympic team coach Hussein Shibo says it's all about preparation, encompassing physical, mental and tactical aspects. Another Olympic hopeful is South African climbing champion Lauren Mukibi. The 22-year-old from Bryanston in Johannesburg has been climbing since the age of 9. She'll be representing South Africa in the Paris Olympics in August. BGTN sports correspondent Ben Ricozzo has the story.
This is the place where South Africa's top climbers are produced, just like Lauren Makaiba, who will be representing South Africa at the Paris Olympics in 2024.
Took a gap year, but funnily enough it actually turned into the COVID year, but I got the first 3 months of the year, so I went to the Seychelles. My parents said, why don't you go volunteer somewhere, and I managed to find a volunteer program and I absolutely loved it. Eye-opening trip. I dived twice a day for 3 months. So incredible, and that made me realize that I wanted to study marine biology. In primary school, we had to do every single sport that my school offered, and I didn't really find that one that I was super interested in until my bestie took me to a climbing gym, and I just fell in love with it. With this sport now, its second time in the Olympics, it'll grow even bigger, so people will follow it more. And as this climbing community branches out and tells people about, you know, climbing in general, more people will come, more people attend, more people want to build gyms. And so I think it's just by word of mouth, it's by doing interviews, it's by introducing people to climbing, introducing people to high performance people as well, like trying to open up high performance facilities or, you know, something like that, just gaining exposure. I think that's the best way that climbing in South Africa is going to grow. I'm just there to enjoy the experience, have fun, climb hard. I really want to try literally the best that I can be. That's all people can ask of me. That's all I can ask of myself, is to climb as hard as I can climb and not match up to, you know, not try to compare myself to anyone else. And to be honest, the goal was to make it to the Olympics. Everything after the Olympics or during the Olympics is extra. It's a bonus. It doesn't feel real. I haven't seen, like, our kit hasn't been released yet to the athletes, and, you know, I've booked flights and I've got accommodation and everything, but until I'm there, am not going to believe that it's real. I know I'm qualified, I know I'm going to the Olympics, I'm getting all the paperwork sorted, I'm getting visas, all the rest of it. But like, seeing is believing. I'm not believing it yet. It's an insane, insane achievement. You can expect me to have fun, climb hard, and just experience life to the fullest there. I don't expect a medal. I just want to have fun. I'm excited to meet my role models. I'm excited to climb against the best climbers in the world. I'm just excited to be there.
Ben Ricotso, BGTN, Johannesburg, South Africa.
And finally, the Comrades Marathon is upon us, taking place this weekend in South Africa's province of KwaZulu-Natal. It's an uprun, so the marathon will begin in Durban with the finishing line 85.9 kilometers away in Pietermaritzburg. Comrades is the world's oldest and largest ultramarathon, with around 20,000 runners expected to take part this year, the 97th edition of the race. BGTN South Africa correspondent Lebo Masike has more.
The 97th Comrades Marathon will be the 49th uprun on Sunday, 9th of June, starting in Durban at 5:30 a.m. and ending 12 hours later in Pietermaritzburg. This year, just over 20,500 runners prepare to tackle the challenging 85.91 kilometer distance. There's absolutely no doubt that the 2024 Comrades Marathon is going to be one of the most exhilarating editions of the world-famous ultra marathon. The marathon is not just a physical test, but a mental one. Each runner has their unique story on what drives them to endure this epic journey.
Well, that is the aim for Mothibi, and unless something drastic happens, you can't see him being thwarted.
My name is Edward Mothibi. I am a Comrade champion. I won in 2019. My first run was 2018. That's when I first ran Comrade, and then I came fourth for the first time, and then the second one, that's when I won the Comrade.
To just lift your feet walking on it, but Edward Mothibi seems to have no problem negotiating it as he wins Comrades 2019.
Now I'm gonna have to go back and try and defend my title. So I'm looking forward to it.
For Edward Mothibi, of all those.
The 2019 male champion, Edward Mothibi, returns this year to defend his uprun title, with COVID-19 ensuring there were no races in 2020 and 2021. And 2022 and 2023 were both down runs.
To his teammates, Mothibi and Dijana head off down the road at express pace.
For many, the Comrades Marathon is more than just a race. It's a testament to human endurance, determination, and camaraderie. 2015 champion Gift Gelehe believes that he still has the stamina and Comrades experience to challenge for top honors.
It's a different ball this year. It's an uprun. Tete is a good runner. I respect him. He's a two-time champion. He's a 50 kilometers world record holder. But uprun is a different story.
But his teammate
Edward is a good runner.
He's
a defending champion for the uprun. But let's go and see. He's my homeboy. We are from both Northwest. I respect Edward. I respect Tete. But let's go and see.
The Comrades Marathon is a celebration of human spirit and endurance, a marathon that continues to inspire people worldwide to push their limits and embrace the journey of self-discovery. Lebo Masike, BGTN, Johannesburg, South Africa.
I'll have more BRICS Plus sports updates tomorrow.
"22 Seconds" came about. I've been working on human trafficking stories recently. I've been doing documentaries. It was just like, are we doing enough? It was a campaign that was, let's challenge ourselves, let's get it out there, let's try and reach as much people as possible.
130 people are trafficked all around the world per hour. So every 22 seconds, someone is being trafficked. 22 seconds could be your walk from a school gate inside the school. It could be your walk from your house to the bus station. It's just a short distance.
This campaign is a campaign that is set to raise awareness, to show the severity of this crime that's happening around us. I'm hoping that it will get society to speak about it. It will get communities, governments and organizations to come together and tackle this. I'm hoping that it will get the young girl, the young boy to understand the dangers that we live around.
And we're speaking to schools so that children are also aware of this. Teachers are aware, because also teachers play a vital role into seeing kids that they teach that this child was not like this. The campaign is running for a month, but that's not where our work will end. We will continue campaigning and we will continue moving towards our goal of getting 22 million signatures.
You can share the campaign firstly on social media using the hashtags 22 seconds not for sale, hashtag 22 seconds empower change, because we are empowering change. Please sign the petition. The whole idea also behind the petition is that once we reach 22 million signatures, we will take it to the UN.
It is up to us to raise awareness and show human trafficking that it has no place in our society.
And finally, in China, educators believe in exposing students to the rich culture and heritage of their country. And for some, a visit to Danghuang is on the itinerary each year, where they explore the iconic Magwao grottos, a UNESCO site rich in Buddhist art. School excursions offer up-close views of intricate murals, enhancing their understanding of ancient craftsmanship. Educators recognize Danghuang's historical significance and its role in shaping Chinese culture, making it a yearly destination for student trips. Beyond guided tours, Danghuang presents immersive experiences like theatrical performances that vividly depict local legends. Souvenir shops offer mementos inspired by the grotto's beauty, including intricate paper cutouts. For deeper insights, the Danghuang Book Center provides a wealth of texts on the city's history and culture. And as Danghuang evolves its cultural offerings, it aims to ensure all visitors can appreciate its rich heritage. And that's today's Roundup. We'll be back again tomorrow with more BRICS Plus news. Until then, visit our website and social media for updates.